So tell us a few misconceptions that are associated with diamonds.
Except for diamond merchants like us, for a consumer, there is no return. Retail price में अगर consumer कोई चीज़ को ले रहा है, no retailer ever works below 30 to 40% margins. So आप कोई चीज़ का already 40% ज़्यादा price दे रहे हो तो investment कैसे हुआ?
Three differences between real diamonds and lab-grown diamonds.
Three differences: price, price, and price. There is no other difference.
What would be the starting point you would say if you have to purchase a lab-grown diamond?
We still have a great range under 50,000.
Are lab-grown diamonds certified?
Same institute, same grading. जो 4 C's of diamonds होते हैं, cut, color, clarity and carat, same terminology.
Fake diamonds and real diamonds, ये differences क्या होते हैं? And if you have to tell me what is the biggest scam or the dirty secret about the mined diamond industry that nobody talks about today? You know, buying jewelry sometimes can feel so complicated. Different stones, different price points, and there are so many misconceptions associated with diamonds and even lab-grown diamonds. And that's why I decided to invite Parag Agarwal, who's the co-founder of Fiona Diamonds, on my show Breakthrough Moments with Priyanka Bhatt. In this episode, we're going to be speaking about his journey because Fiona has been one of the disruptors and the early movers in the lab-grown diamond space. Certain misconceptions, about the differences between lab-grown diamonds and different gemstones, and what makes smart investments for the value-conscious customer. So let's dive in to understand his journey and debunk some of these myths. That is going to be an eye-opener on this conversation. Thank you, Parag, for being on our show today. So, Parag, let's start with this conversation that there are so many misconceptions associated with diamonds. So tell us a few misconceptions that are associated with diamonds, and then we will move on to what are the misconceptions with lab-grown diamonds particularly.
Sure. Thank you for inviting me and having me here, Priyanka.
Yeah.
And this has been one of the most interesting topics about the misconceptions of diamonds. So it starts with the fundamental that Indians look at jewelry very differently. You must have seen हर देश विदेश में हर जगह ऐसे नहीं होता है कि अमेरिका में ज्वेलरी इन्वेस्टमेंट के जैसे देखी जाती हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जैसे देखी जाती हो. यहाँ पे तो बेटी की शादी होने वाली है या हर एंगल में इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है. बट इट कम्स फ्रॉम द नैरेटिव ऑफ गोल्ड एंड द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ गोल्ड मोर देन द नैरेटिव. आज गोल्ड एक सब्सिक्वेंट और एक कंसिस्टेंट इन्वेस्टमेंट जो गोल्ड में है वो आपको रिटर्न्स देने वाली है. तो हम मिसकंसेप्शन बीट करने के लिए सबसे पहले ये तो समझ ले कि मिसकंसेप्शन है क्या. वाई फर्स्ट हमें अपने आप को क्वेश्चन करना है इस ज्वेलरी एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट, और उससे भी पहले करना है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट होता क्या है. इन्वेस्टमेंट सिंपल वर्ड्स में वो जो आपको रिटर्न दे रहा हो. तो डायमंड्स ने किसको रिटर्न दे दिए? एक्सेप्ट फॉर डायमंड मर्चेंट्स लाइक अस, फॉर अ कंज्यूमर देयर इज़ नो रिटर्न. एक मिथ ये है दैट जब मैं इसे बेचूंगी तो मुझे ज़्यादा प्राइस मिलेगा, सेम प्राइस मिल जाएगा. एंड थैंक्स टू कोविड दैट मिथ गॉट ब्रोकन. वो हमेशा से मिथ था ही, बिकॉज आप सिंपल सा एक सोचो, रिटेल प्राइस में अगर कंज्यूमर कोई चीज़ को ले रहा है, नो रिटेलर एवर वर्क्स बिलो 30 to 40% मार्जिन. सो आप कोई चीज़ का ऑलरेडी 40% ज़्यादा प्राइस दे रहे हो तो इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे हुआ?
राइट.
सो आप जब वापस बेचने जाओगे, वॉट एवर प्राइस यू बाई इट एट, यू विल हैव टू लूज मनी फॉर समवन टू इन्वेस्ट इन इट. इन्वेस्टर इज रियली द मर्चेंट जो लेके स्टोर करके बेचता है रिटेल में.
Right. So one is the investment perspective that you touched upon. What are some of the other misconceptions for lab-grown diamonds, particularly in India?
So this was a misconception of natural diamond for investment.
Yeah.
और lab-grown diamond के साथ ये misconception है कि ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही cheap है. मतलब इसकी कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है या ये नकली है. सो दीज आर द मिसकॉन्सेप्शन. बिकॉज पहली बात, नकली ये इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि ये कोई ब्रांड को इनपर्सोनिफाई नहीं कर रहा है. हम ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि ये नकली शनेल है या नकली एर्मेस है. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मटेरियल. सो आज साइंटिफिकली इट वॉज पॉसिबल टू क्रिएट डायमंड्स इन द सेम वे दैट दे आर नेचुरली अवेलेबल. डायमंड क्यों रिकग्नाइज होता है? उसकी फिजिकल, केमिकल और ब्रिलियंस की प्रॉपर्टीज़ के कारण. आज इट्स द बेस्ट क्लासिक एग्जाम्पल एवरी लैब-ग्रोन डायमंड पर्सन गिव्स इज अ टेस्ट ट्यूब बेबी. टेस्ट ट्यूब बेबी भी एक रियल बच्चा होता है और हर बच्चा यूनिक होता है, अलग होता है. आप ये नहीं कर सकते कि एक शाहरुख खान बना दो टेस्ट ट्यूब बेबी के साथ.
So I think what would be interesting for the viewers is if you can break down 3 differences between real diamonds and lab-grown diamonds. So that can probably help our viewers to make more informed purchases.
First of all, the first difference, both are real diamonds. That's the similarity. So real diamond और lab-grown diamond नहीं है. Natural diamond, mined diamond and lab-grown diamonds is what we say. Second is the difference, if you see, it's only the price. So my favorite answer is 3 differences: price, price and price. There is no other difference.
So tell us a little bit about the price points
So price
associated.
points to see डायमंड का आपने अगर नेटफ्लिक्स पे एक सीरीज भी देखी होगी, डायमंड्स आर नॉट फॉर एवर, उसमें भी ये बताया गया है कि इट्स अ वैल्यू विच इज़ अ परसीव्ड वैल्यू.
Yeah.
आप राइट, अब जैसे माइनिंग कॉस्ट इज हार्डली एनीथिंग कंपेयर टू व्हाट द रिटेल प्राइस गोज. इट्स अमंग्स द, आई कॉल इट द स्नॉब वैल्यू फॉर डायमंड्स, कि देख मेरे पास कितना बड़ा हीरा है तो मैं कितना बड़ा इंसान हूँ. बट एक्चुअली गोल्ड की प्राइस आप कमोडिटी एक्सचेंज वगैरह पे देख सकते हो. डायमंड प्राइसिंग के लिए जो इंडेक्स रेफर होता है, रैपापोर्ट रिपोर्ट, और इट इज़ ओनली लिमिटेड टू द मर्चेंट्स. दे अंडरस्टैंड, पीपल हु आर वैल्यूअर्स दे अंडरस्टैंड, बट उसकी भी एक ट्रेडिंग वैल्यू होती है. अल्टीमेटली इट इज़ ड्रिवन बाय डिमांड. अगर उसकी डिमांड है तो उसकी वैल्यू है. आज मैं कोई हीरा ले आऊँ, इफ आई बाय इट फ्रॉम टिफनीज और कार्टियर्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, दे विल प्राइस इट डिफरेंटली देन व्हाट एनी अदर जूलर.
So is it because they have a bigger brand name? That's why.
एग्जैक्टली, तो उनके मार्जिन्स अलग लेवल के हैं, बट हीरा तो वही है. इट्स लाइक आप 5 स्टार में चाय पी रहे हो या आप टपरी पे चाय पी रहे हो, चाय तो वही है.
Right.
तो उसकी वैल्यू कैसे चेंज होगी? अनलेस आप उससे एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट बनाते हो जो वैल्यूएबल है, उस पर कार्टियर का नाम लिखा है तो वो कार्टियर की वैल्यू है, डायमंड की वैल्यू नहीं है.
Right. And what is the resale value for?
एग्जैक्टली, सो
both?
दिस नेचुरली इट गोज टू द रीसेल वैल्यू. तो रीसेल वैल्यू तो तब होती है उस चीज़ की जब उसका बायर हो. आपके पास एक फ्लैट है, उसके सब पेपर्स हैं, प्रॉपर्टीज़ के सब बराबर है, अगर उसका कोई बायर, भले ही 100 करोड़ की प्रॉपर्टी हो, उसका कोई बायर ही नहीं है, तो उसकी वैल्यू का क्या करोगे जब तक वो रियलाइज नहीं होती है. सो डायमंड में भी अब जो मार्केट में हो रहा है, द बायर्स हैव बिकम सो लेस फॉर नेचुरल डायमंड कि उसकी वो प्राइस आ नहीं पा रही. पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू सेल. आज आपने उस पर्टिकुलर प्राइस में लिया है, सपोज आज एग्जांपल के साथ बताऊं तो 1 कैरेट डायमंड्स विच यूज टू बी कॉस्टिंग EVVS and all for 6 lakhs, you're getting those for 3.5-4 lakhs. There has been 40-50% decrease. 1 करोड़ के डायमंड 60 lakhs में मिल रहे हैं अब, नेचुरल डायमंड्स. इस तरह से उसकी वैल्यू चली गई है. तो द वर्स्ट पार्ट
And why do you think that's happened? Why do you think that shift
बिकॉज
has
लो
happened?
डिमांड. आज आप सोचिए, सिंपल एग्जांपल, नेचुरल डायमंड की प्राइस 50% गिरने के बाद में भी सेल नहीं हो रहा है. इट इज स्टिल अवेलेबल फॉर दैट फॉलन
Yeah.
प्राइसेस.
Yeah.
और लैब्रोन की प्राइस इतनी गिरने के बाद, 80% आई वुड से गिरने के बाद में भी द डिमांड इज इंक्रीजिंग.
Right.
यू सी द कॉन्ट्रास्ट.
Right. So give us a price difference between mined diamonds and say lab grown diamonds.
सो माइन डायमंड्स में आज 1 कैरेट एक पर्टिकुलर ग्रेड में जो मैंने बताया 4 लाख का जो EVVS वगैरह मिल रहा होगा, ब्रांड्स आर सेलिंग दोज फॉर 45-50,000 1 कैरेट.
So when you
That's
say
the difference.
brands, the top notch brands
Yes.
typically.
Yes, typically our brand or any other competitive brands, they're all selling. This is the established retail price for now.
Yeah. Okay. And lab grown?
That's what lab-grown is selling for 45-50,000.
45 to 50,000 will be lab grown, right?
Yes.
And if you have to compare that, say, with a 1 carat mined diamond,
Yeah. So to
would
the
that-
likes of the biggest brands, they would be selling it for 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, the best grades. And family jewelers would sell the same certificate, IGS certified, for 4.5 lakhs.
right? And how do you think the trend is shifting? Like, what I want to understand is your consumer getting more younger by the day, especially for lab grown diamonds? Can you tell us a little bit about your consumer, the kind of consumers who come into your store?
So see, over the years, consumers सही में बहुत इवॉल्व हुए हैं. पहले था कि एक एकदम अल्ट्रा HNI जो है वो डायमंड्स लेते थे, स्पेशली व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट बिग डायमंड्स. एंड देन देयर इज सेगमेंटेशन वे सॉलिटेयर्स एक बहुत ही क्रीम सोसाइटी में आ जाता था. जब छोटे छोटे डायमंड्स की, क्योंकि उन छोटे डायमंड्स की रेंज की चीज़ें भी यूज टू बी विद इन पॉकेट फ्रेंडली डेली वेयर ज्वेलरी रेंजिंग फ्रॉम 20,000 to 50,000. देन द रिसेंट गोल्ड प्राइस हाई हैज़ चेंज ऑल दोज डायनामिक्स. सो बड़े डायमंड्स, though they are cheaper, they are too expensive for a common man. So that's where lab grown came in. And after the fall in lab grown diamond prices, ये बड़े lab grown diamond came into the reach of all जनता. और इन सब की एस्पिरेशन उससे पूरी हो रही है. जैसे पहले, आज जब फास्ट फैशन के ब्रांड्स नहीं थे, यू नो, टिपिकली Zara, if you see
Yeah.
what it does, हाई एस्पिरेशनल ब्रांड्स लाइक Chanel, Dior, इनकी जो डिज़ाइंस हैं
Yeah.
वो सब आपको Zara में मिल जाएंगी. 50,000 के जो आप टॉप ले रहे हो वो आपको 4,000 में, 3,000 में Zara में मिल रहे हैं.
Right.
So this is what lab grown diamond is doing to the jewelry industry. So
Right.
people are like, it's okay, I may not be wearing a Dior, but Zara makes me look good. Similarly, in jewelry category, I may not be wearing a Tiffany's or a Graf, but I am wearing a Fiona ring, which is giving me that kind of a look. A 5 carat Fiona ring, if a consumer is buying for 2 lakhs, it's giving the value perception of 1 crore. So our consumer, suppose I'll give you a typical profile, working for an MNC leadership position, is buying that from her own money. She's like, I believe in sustainability. They are eco-friendly and they are diamonds certified by the same laboratory, IGI.
Yeah.
It calls it VVS, E-color, everything, and there is an exchange and buyback with Fiona.
Yeah.
So my investment is safe.
Got it. So it's more of a younger audience, and the audience is only getting younger. Could you say that?
Not really, because with us, what we say, so yeah, younger audience is one of the segments
Yeah.
which are choosing lab-grown diamonds for their engagement rings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the real aspiration comes for 45 plus. बिकॉज सीधी बात है 40 के बाद में आपने कुछ पैसे बनाए होते हैं सो एस्पिरेशन पूरी करने के लिए वहाँ पे आता है एंड दीज आर द लॉन्ग फॉरगॉटन और डाइड डाउन एस्पिरेशंस की एक होता है मुझे 5 कैरेट का 10 कैरेट का डायमंड पहनना था तो अब ये इजीली पूरा होता है बिकॉज अब लोगों को समझ तो आ गया कोविड के बाद में कि डायमंड्स इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है एंड प्लस टू द थैंक्स टू द प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक जीरोधास एंड अदर इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म्स जिस वजह से इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स बहुत बढ़ गई हैं मतलब हमारे पास प्रियंका ऐसे ऐसे एग्जाम्पल है जब लोगों ने लिटरली हमें अपने नेचुरल डायमंड्स दिए हैं सेल ऑफ किए हैं एक्सचेंज टू सिमिलर ग्रेड एंड साइज ऑफ लैब ग्रोन डायमंड्स टेकन अप द डिफरेंस ऑफ मनी इन्वेस्टेड देम इन इक्विटी and covered up for the loss of diamonds.
Right. So it's absolutely zero return like on
zero
diamonds.
मतलब सी अब उसमें ये क्वेश्चनेबल इसलिए हो जाता है आपने किस प्राइस में लिया कौन से पॉइंट पे लिया वो सब हो जाता है लेकिन कंज्यूमर तो कोई भी पॉइंट पे ले एक रिटेल शोरूम से तो उसके लिए तो इन्वेस्टमेंट है नहीं इनफैक्ट यही फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग अप्रोच से ही हमने ये ब्रांड शुरू किया था.
So would you call it as a dead investment for diamonds? May you will not get any sort of return.
More than dead investment, it's a business of loss if you think of an investment. It's sure shot. आप जो मैंने आपको एक फंडामेंटल बताया कि रिटेल प्राइस में आप लेके उसे कैसे कर सकते हो सो व्हेन वी एंटर्ड द ट्रेड व्हेन लैब ग्रोन वाज नॉट मेन स्ट्रीम वी वर डूइंग मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ बिजनेसेस हम ट्रेडिंग इन नेचुरल डायमंड भी कर रहे थे तो ट्रेडिंग एक बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस होता था जो आज फुल डाई हो चुका है बिकॉज देयर इज नो वैल्यू एडिशन एंड नॉलेज वॉज नॉट देयर इतने सारे लोगों के पास में सो अपॉर्चुनिटी कैसी आती थी कि कोई कंज्यूमर का ही बिकने आया है तो आज कंज्यूमर भी डायमंड किस हिसाब से लेता था कि जब भगवान ना करे कोई बुरा वक्त आए तो मैं उसे बेच सकूं बट द रियलाइजेशन एंड स्टोरीज हैपन सो मेनी स्टोरीज हैपन व्हेन द कंज्यूमर वेंट टू द ज्वेलर एंड ही सेड नहीं अब तो इसका वो प्राइस नहीं है अब तो यू नो भाभी जी इसका वो प्राइस रहा ही नहीं है अब तो इसकी डिमांड ही नहीं है एंड जिसने ये एक्सपीरियंस किया है दे विल ऑल अग्री विद मी कि उनके साथ ये हुआ है जब वो बेचने गए तो स्टोरी अलग ही हो गई थी सो वो एक्सपीरियंसेस के कारण लोगों ने छोड़ो इसमें भी नुकसान तो होना ही है
राइट एंड वन मोर क्वेश्चन आई हैड फॉलो अप आर लैब ग्रोन डायमंड्स सर्टिफाइड
yes that's
like
what I said
real diamonds they are certified so they are certified
same institute same grading जो 4 C's of diamonds होते हैं cut color clarity and carat same terminology
right
so how is it different
right understood and what have you seen in your experience is it like mostly you said like for engagement rings people look at lab grown diamonds do they look at do women look at for daily wear for
yes,
office purpose
absolutely.
what are the different reasons why they come to your store let's put it that way
that comes to the brand positioning each brand is doing like we are looked upon as a engagement ring brand plus daily wear
okay
because आज एक दूसरा एंगल से आप देखोगे आप हर ब्राइड बोलती है कि मुझे एंगेजमेंट रिंग भी ऐसी चाहिए जो मैं रोज पहन सकूं यू नो इट्स नॉट एन ओकेजनल वेयर सो एक ब्रॉडर कैटेगरी में तो वो डेली वेयर में ही आता है लेकिन पर्पस एंगेजमेंट रिंग आता है यू नो द ट्रिगर इज एंगेजमेंट रिंग
got it
so in that way and the repeat purchase is always daily wear और वही हम रिफर कर रहे थे फास्ट फैशन के ब्रांड्स के थ्रू भी आजकल ओकेजन इस वो वाला टाइम गया ना घर के कपड़े और बाहर के कपड़े इसलिए यू ऑलवेज वांट टू ड्रेस अप यू ऑलवेज वांट टू बी इन ब्लिंग सो ज्वेलरी लवर्स डू दैट और सॉलिटेज ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है ना कि वो डेली वेयर ही होता है अगर आप बड़े सेट्स लेते हो जिसमें वो इंडियन टाइप के डिज़ाइन और बड़ी फैंसी चीज़ें लगी होती है दैट बिकम्स ओकेजनल
Right. So what in your business, what are the fast moving items besides engagement rings?
Solitaire earrings, solitaire rings, they are best to travel with. आज आप सोचिए इवन 2 to 3 कैरेट के जो 2 कैरेट्स आर द बेस्ट सेलर्स, राइट? आप 2 कैरेट के नेचुरल डायमंड में लोगे कम से कम 30-35 लाख, एक अच्छी खासी गाड़ी आ जाती है. सो नाउ
You know, I'll tell you, when I have bought diamonds for myself, and whenever I go to a jewelry shop, people in our age group always still, have this fear that are these even real?
करेक्ट.
Because
It's a
sometimes you
concern,
get
yes.
fooled by some jewelers that maybe they're not selling you the real thing or the real
Absolutely.
diamond.
Yes.
So how do you break that sort of misconception? Because like me, there are millions of women who have that, even our mothers for that matter, have this fear that maybe we're not buying the real stuff and we're paying through our nose for that.
Yes. So it has happened. I have too many stories to share where we have experienced consumers being fooled by other jewelers and been given a fake diamond.
So how do you
और-
tackle that? How do you break that sort of
So
norm?
ultimately it comes, आज कंज्यूमर हमसे बात करे तो हम उन्हें एडुकेट कर सकें, राइट? बट नाउ लॉट ऑफ एजुकेशन इज हैपेंड इन दिस वे कंज्यूमर अंडरस्टैंड्स कि सर्टिफिकेट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ये सब ज़्यादा तब होता था जब सर्टिफिकेशन नहीं होता था. लोग ट्रस्ट पे ले लेते थे कि अच्छा आपने बोला है तो हमें तो कहाँ जाना है, वापस भी देना हो तो आप ही के पास आएंगे. So now people have started moving out. People have started looking at Insta, Pinterest. They want to have more new designs. They don't want to keep going to the same jeweler also. They keep going to different places. इसलिए experience अलग भी हो जाते हैं. You don't know what the other person is. Individuals do more frauds, mostly what experiences than brands have done.
Yeah, but Insta,
Established.
I would say, just gives you a variety in terms of understanding what different styles and patterns
No, I
are
was
working.
saying that why consumer is going to different places because उसे इतने सारे Insta is a channel, इतनी channels पे अलग अलग jewelers designs और access मिल रहा है. And at the same time there are good and bad people, so those bad practices are happening. जैसे earlier years में जब lab grown था, I remember back in 2010 prices were too high. It was only 30% cheaper than natural. तब इतने सारे फ्रॉड्स हुए क्योंकि लोगों को नॉलेज ही नहीं था, ये डिटेक्ट भी नहीं होता था IGI GI में. नेचुरल डायमंड का सर्टिफिकेट आता था. सो पीपल हैव डन रॉन्ग थिंग्स.
So is a certificate the only benchmark to convince a consumer that this the
yes.
diamond that they're
100.
purchasing from
Absolutely.
any jeweler is the real one?
Yes, because it's a third party, right? It's not a in-house certificate. So I always say that consumers should insist. वो नॉलेज तो उसको रखनी पड़ेगी ना कंज्यूमर को कि हाँ मुझे सर्टिफाइड चिप, जैसे गोल्ड का हॉल मार्किंग है. पहले इतनी बदमाशी होती थी कि गोल्ड के हॉल मार्किंग में सेम प्योरिटी नहीं मिलती थी, तो गवर्नमेंट ने कंपलसरी की. सो सिमिलरली डायमंड का सर्टिफिकेशन भी अगर कंपलसरी हो जाए, जो अभी नहीं है, यू कैन चूज टू सेल नॉन सर्टिफाइड इफ द कंज्यूमर अग्रीज.
Right.
और वो 2 tier सिटीज़ ये सब में काफ़ी होता है जहाँ पे नॉलेज नहीं है. रीजनल प्लेयर ये करता है कि खुद के ब्रांड का, खुद की दुकान का सर्टिफिकेट देता है, बट इट इज़ नथिंग बट अ प्रिंट आउट फ्रॉम योर ओन स्टोर. यू कैन कॉल इट वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट.
Got it. And what is the average price point consumers are paying today for lab grown diamonds? Average. Give me an average
हमारा
ballpark.
प्राइस पॉइंट एज इन द टिकट साइजेस व्हाट दे
Yeah, the ticket size. How much is the willingness, the propensity to spend?
हमारे पास जो HNI कस्टमर्स हैं, दे आर स्पेंडिंग इवन 20-25 lakhs ऑन अ सिंगल सेट. आज घर में वेडिंग है, उनका अगर क्लैरिटी है कि हमारा ज्वेलरी में 1 crore का बजट था, तो वो इस तरह से नहीं होता कि वो 1 crore का बजट 10 lakhs हो गया लैब ग्रोन के लिए. द वे आर कंज्यूमर थिंग्स इज वो दे एंड अप स्पेंडिंग एंटायर 1 crore बट बाय मोर एंड बिगर डायमंड्स. एंड गर्ल मैथ मुझे समझ में आ गया कि वो डिस्काउंट पे शॉपिंग कम नहीं होती बट शॉपिंग बढ़ जाती है, खर्चा उतना ही होता है. सो सेम इज गोज विद द ब्राइड, राइट? सो या दोज आर द बिगर टिकट साइजेस, बट जनरली जो बिकता है इज 1.5 to 2 lakhs. अंडर 2 lakhs की ज्वेलरी flies up faster.
So it's basically for the modern, value conscious customer.
Yeah, we call it Fiona for the modern bride.
Got it. Interesting. And are these also used as gifts? Like,
Yes.
what have you seen? What is the trend? Like, one is you mentioned about personal use and people are spending 1.5-2 lakh or under 2 lakhs. But are they also using for gifting purposes to their friends,
Absolutely,
family?
absolutely. So gifting also is ultimately driven in weddings. आज suppose घर में शादी है, 2-3 cousins or friends together they chip in 20,000, 5 friends chip in 1 lakh में आपको बहुत अच्छा गिफ्ट आ जाता है किसी के लिए. And it's a valuable gift because it has gold and it's like better than I would say gifting Swarovski to someone because Swarovski has no lab grown or gold. They are just stones. It's a great brand, and the artifacts and all are amazing. But when it comes to jewelry, I think lab grown diamond jewelry would be a better prospect because brand ऐसे तो अलग से दिखेगा नहीं Swarovski का.
Yeah.
And the luster and brilliance of lab grown would be far more superior.
Yeah, and what would be the starting point you would say if you have to purchase a lab grown diamond? ऐसा कोई starting range है that you can tell our viewers that where it starts from and where can it go to? Like how much can it go to?
So because of gold price again बहुत ज़्यादा challenging हो चुका है अभी because even 1 gram of gold is now 11,000 rupees. So आज 1 ग्राम में क्या ही आता है but we still have a great range under 50,000. और वैसे भी jewelry buyers जब तक अब real jewelry we fall under real category because still gold is there. We are experimenting with silver and अभी latest जो gold vermil आया है जिसमें 2.5 micron thick gold plating होती है. Even those metals are being explored because of course if gold keeps rising on such a trend, so everyone is going to fall back on 9 carat jewelry like the US or silver with gold vermil. So वो एक different category है but still the ultra HNIs and people driven by occasion have a great affinity towards gold. So आज भी हमारे Bangalore stores and Hyderabad में online sales to even Prayagraj store they are not still accepting even 14 carats.
Only 18 and
Only
21
18,
carat.
yes. So typically अभी भी फिर भी एक high gold prices में भी solitaires में जिसमें कम gold content होता है अंडर 1 लाख इज़ अ वेरी सुपर रेंज. आपको बहुत अच्छी ज्वेलरी आ जाती है बिकॉज उसके नीचे तो गिफ्टिंग में भी आप कपड़े वॉलेट घड़ी ऐसे कुछ चीज़ें सोच लेते हो.
Right.
Basics.
And I'd also love to understand what is the trend right now when you look at colored stones, for example, sapphire, ruby, different sort of gemstones. You compare that to diamonds, even lab grown diamonds or gold. Now, when you're looking at the current trend of different value conscious customers, say as you mentioned, somebody who is in a leadership role, right? They will probably buy a 1.5-2 lakh rupee, lab grown diamond ring, perhaps, or a small set. So how is that compared to different stones? What is the purchase you've seen and what is the differences in terms of the purchase decisions people are making when it comes to, say, gemstones specifically?
See, it's very subjective what you like, right? So most people with lab grown the story goes for bigger diamonds because aspiration of big diamonds never goes away. और दूसरी आती है look driven. If you want a particular look to be styled with your dress, with the pastel dress what you're wearing, then you might need a color stone. You don't want to be that flashy, you don't want that much of bling, and you want to be subtle. Then what you do is you design something with rubies, emeralds, sapphires.
Yeah.
And interestingly, now we have lab grown rubies, sapphires and emeralds.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Okay.
so they are so cheap, but they are exact copies of like say Colombian emeralds, Russian emeralds.
Oh, wow. And what are the price points for those?
So natural Colombian emerald, which would cost you won't even find that clarity and color for even 5 lakhs a carat. So 5 carat would cost you 25 lakhs. These are for 15,000 a carat with IGI certification. So for 75,000. So people love that collection of
And
ours.
they are of course real because you
Yeah,
have
of
that
course,
certification.
they are grown again. So it's not fake. It's not what you get. The green stones normally India में जो use हो रहे हैं वो 500 रुपए कैरेट, 200 रुपए कैरेट वाले, which are nothing but colored glasses, glass filled what we call, or that called doublets in which half lab grown नीचे अलग glass का चिपकाया हुआ होता है. तो that in my opinion really spoils the look of the entire diamond jewelry because these color stone jewelry mostly they're adorned on the side with diamonds. So that's the beauty. So to answer your question, yeah, it depends on the look you want to achieve. इसलिए इतनी type की jewelry. So jewelry is also never enough.
Yeah, so I understand that, see, there is something for everyone. I understand that. But when you look at a larger trend, right, is there a trend that you've seen that ये ज़्यादा बिकता है, for example?
Yeah, so see, rings sell the most as a category, and जो कलर स्टोन रिंग है, कॉकटेल रिंग है, सो हम कहते हैं हम जूलर्स में सबसे ज़्यादा रिंग इसलिए बिकती है, एक तो 10 उंगलियां हैं आपके पास, तो थंग रिंग भी आ गई, और ओकेजन रिवन भी आपको कैजुअल रिंग भी चाहिए, आपको कॉकटेल रिंग भी चाहिए, आपको डेली बैंड भी चाहिए, उसको कॉम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए कलर स्टोन भी चाहिए, फिर आज मेरे सेट को कॉम्प्लीमेंट कर रही उस सेट की रिंग भी चाहिए. सो दिस आई वेयर इन दिस आई वेयर इन दिस. एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल एंगल भी कितना आ जाता है जब लोगों को पहनना है. सो रिंग्स इज अ ह्यूज मार्केट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट.
Yeah. Got it. And would you be able to explain us the process? Like when you talk about real diamonds, it's mined, right? So there is a lot of mining that has to be done. There are certain countries who do that mining. With lab grown, how does the process work? Could you explain that and just simplify it for us?
सो बड़े सिंपल उसमें ये है कि डायमंड बनता कैसे है ना, इसके ऊपर साइंटिस्ट ने फोकस किया। सबसे पहले आपको भी और सबको एक मिसकॉन्सेप्शन और एक थॉट आता है कि डायमंड्स टेक मिलियंस ऑफ इयर्स टू फॉर्म, राइट? बट इट्स नॉट एंटायरली ट्रू। सो दोज कंडीशंस इन विच डायमंड इज ग्रोन, वो मिलियंस ऑफ इयर्स में आते हैं, वो अलग बात है। बट if you focus the exact process जब डायमंड बनते हैं, it is during the volcanic eruption. And सबसे important चीज़ है, they need a lot of pressure more than the heat. प्रेशर बहुत रेलिवेंट और इम्पॉर्टेंट होता है इसके अंदर। वो उससे आता है डीप इनसाइड द अर्थ, नियर द अर्थ्स मेंटल क्रस्ट। सो कितने सारे डायमंड्स बन के वहाँ पे होंगे, बट दे आर नॉट कमिंग आउट, यू सी। सो ये जो वे है देखने का, साइंटिस्ट अंडरस्टूड कि ओके ये बनने में शायद इतना टाइम नहीं लगता है, दे कैन बी क्रिएटेड फास्टर इफ दोज कंडीशंस आर गिवन, विच आर अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ पर्टिकुलर हीट, प्रेशर एंड टेम्परेचर।
ओके,
सो दे पुट टुगेदर रिएक्टर और उसके अंदर एक कार्बन सीड रखा। अल्टीमेटली कार्बन इज अ कंपाउंड, इट्स अ कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड ऑफ कार्बन एंड कार्बन साइंटिफिकली। तो आज जो कार्बन एक पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर और हीट पे फास्ट रेसिड्यू या क्रिस्टलाइज हो जाता है डायमंड में, इट हैज़ टू बी अ फास्ट प्रोसेस ऑफ दैट क्रिस्टलाइजेशन ऑफ हाई प्रेशर एंड टेम्परेचर एंड कूलिंग डाउन फास्ट। अगर वो थोड़ा भी स्लो भी होता है प्रोसेस, देन इट कार्बन टेंड्स टू कन्वर्ट इनटू ग्रेफाइट।
this is completely real diamonds that you're speaking about.
वो रियल डायमंड का जो आप एक्चुअल प्रोसेस रीड करोगे, दिस इज इट,
right?
और वो कार्बन आता है लावा से, जो मोल्टन लावा होता है, वहाँ से कार्बन निकलता है, और जब उस प्रेशर पे क्रिस्टलाइज होता है, ठंडा होता है, कूल डाउन पीरियड, बिकॉज ओनली कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड विल मेक अ डायमंड। अगर वो स्लो होगा तो ग्रेफाइट में टर्न हो जाएगा, विच इज सॉफ्ट। सो सेम थिंग, दे क्रिएटेड अ फर्नेस, अ रिएक्टर, उसमें गैसेस एंड मीथेन एंड दीज सर्टेन गैसेस आर पुट इन, एंड द ग्रोइंग प्रोसेस हैपेंस इन 14 days, where you get a big rock chunk, which further is subjected to cutting, polishing, certification.
Interesting. So basically the real process actually is duplicated into a furnace.
Exactly.
For lab grown diamonds, where you have the same pressure, the temperature, all of that which is needed to
there is
make
a
it
recipe which is needed to grow that. Of course there are so many, it's not that easy like it sounds, because उसकी रेसिपी भी मास्टर करनी होती है, जो ग्रोज ने इंडिया में काफ़ी मास्टर कर ली, अदरवाइज आपकी बैच पूरी काली हो जाएगी। डायमंड्स राइट हीट प्रेशर नहीं होगा, टेम्परेचर नहीं होगा, एनीथिंग गोज रॉन्ग, उसमें क्लैरिटी बराबर नहीं होगी, कलर या ब्रिलियंस बराबर नहीं होगा।
Yeah. So what I was keen to understand is that how much does it cost to make a 1 carat diamond ring vis-a-vis how much it is sold for? So what sort of margins jewelers are making on products like these?
So see, there is something called gross margins and the net margins, and gross margins to the consumer looks too heavy, but there are so many other expenses associated even if you grow it. So on the growing level, even if $100 is your cost, you cannot sell it for $100 to sustain your own business and your own people. And on retail level, there is so much of branding costs and marketing costs to establishment. Retail spaces are so expensive now. So if it has to be added on the product. So it goes at least 30 to 40% margin for a retailer.
Got it, understood. And are brands today, the bigger brands, are they charging more because are they charging more for the stone, or are they charging because they have a higher brand perception, or they have more visibility as a brand?
So that's what I said. If you have a more spend on branding, then you have to add that on the product. It's the same example of the tea we were talking. एक चाय की कॉस्ट ताज में अलग होती है और टपरी पे अलग होती है.
Yeah. So Parag, I would love to ask you that today there is so much craze for gold, especially in the HNI category, as you mentioned in the conversation. So what do you think when it comes to gold? Do lab grown diamonds really hold as much value as gold today?
No, so nothing holds value like gold, in fact, and it is connected to world economy also. Lab-grown diamonds similar to diamonds. So our sell always was that diamonds do not hold value. Forget lab-grown diamonds. Even natural diamonds don't for the consumer. Because whenever I've made such statements, there is a resistance from the jewelry industry कि नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन अब तो वो भी बिलीव नहीं कर रहे हैं क्योंकि सबकी कॉस्ट लेवल से नीचे चला गया है वो. सो होल्डिंग वैल्यू की तो बात ही नहीं है. बट गोल्ड की तो करंट मार्केट प्राइस आपको पता चलती है. द रीजन व्हाट वी हैड ऑलवेज सजेस्टेड द कंज्यूमर कि आप नेचुरल डायमंड ना लेके लैब ग्रोन डायमंड लो और बचे हुए पैसे से आप गोल्ड ले लो. सो इवन इफ द लैब ग्रोन डायमंड प्राइस गोज डाउन, then your gold is going to be a hedge against it.
Right. And gold mein right now, what are the kind of trends you're seeing? So are people purchasing gold bars, or are they making jewelry, small jewelry sets, or say temple jewelry, or any other new trends you're seeing in the gold
See, gold
category?
trend has always been high. अगर आप बड़े big brands देखोगे, सबका ratio of gold to diamond is 80-20. 80% gold jewelry ही बिकती है. And people love gold coins and gold bars. Even Blinkit and quick commerce is selling gold coins now. So imagine they were sold out. So India में affinity for gold ना बहुत ज़्यादा है. So the trend is always up about gold, and imagine इतना जब high buying आती है तभी तो price ऊपर जाएगा.
Got it. And in terms of gemstones, which gemstones do you think are giving the best, return on investment? Like out of all, ruby, sapphire, emerald, what are those price points they're going for, and what is giving the best return on investment?
So return on investment, again, they're not things for the consumers to be invested in. And dealers into rubies and sapphires, the market is very different. You will see returns only if you have the power to hold it. But if you compare it, as per the return on investment beating the inflation or interest rates, it would be very different because the period of selling comes so long. For example, a friend of mine would be selling a ruby which costed him 30,000 a carat for 1 lakh a carat. But maybe in 5 years, when the right customer comes in, you can command the price only when there is a demand for your stone.
So say, for example, hypothetically there is demand, and say I buy a ruby for 1 lakh, as you said today, and after that, say after 5 years I want to sell it off. What is the sort of resale I can
Again,
get?
it's too subjective, Priyanka. It depends on what price. Suppose, so I have always answered in terms of a jeweler. So as a jeweler, if I have something which you want, I know this is a unique stone. You won't get it anywhere else.
Right.
And this is exactly what you want. So I will sell it to whatever.
At a higher price maybe.
Exactly. And if you don't find a buyer similar to yours, you might lose money. So that's how the story for stones goes by. Pure demand supply.
Understood. And how is the traction in tier 2 and tier 3 markets? Was actually because I feel they also have higher disposable incomes today.
Absolutely.
So have you seen a shift in terms of, say, more people coming from or buying from smaller cities? Because when I remember Carrot Lane and Blue, all these companies came up, right? There was a lot of demand, not only in the metros, but even the smaller cities showed a lot of traction, especially for buying, jewelry which is 20,000, 40,000, 50,000.
Yes.
So what's your take on the adoption with smaller cities?
Yeah, so the smaller cities are doing very well. They're very inquisitive. So the biggest brand ambassador for lab grown is Beena Modi ji. जब उन्होंने ये 7.5 कैरेट का गिफ्ट किया था जो बाइडन की वाइफ को, सो इट वाज अ नेशनल न्यूज़. सो आई थिंक दैट टाइड टुगेदर टियर 2 ऑल्सो. उन्हें भी नॉलेज हो गई कि अब लैब ग्रोन जैसा भी कुछ आता है. और ये छोटे जगहों पे ना 2 tiers में लोकल जो सेलर होता है, दे आर ऑल कनेक्टेड, एवरीवन नोज एवरीवन. सो दैट वर्ड एंड दैट अथॉरिटी रियली बिल्ड. जब वो कहता है नहीं अरे भाभी मैं कह रहा हूँ ले जाओ आप.
Right, got it. Now let's talk a little bit about your journey of building Fiona. I think you were only 22 when you started your journey. You come from an engineering background. So what led you to get into jewelry in the first place? Coming from an engineering background, why not tech? Why not finance? Why not any other field but jewelry?
So it was very interesting that I was exploring businesses. Me and my brother, we were both looking at something needs to be done. The fire was we wanted to be entrepreneurs always, and didn't want to find a job for myself. तभी job market इतना बड़ा होता भी नहीं था. Startups नहीं थे या the journey was very different. So all the advice I had gotten at that time was the first step towards entrepreneurship is finding the right product. सो वहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ सब कुछ. आई वॉज लुकिंग एट वॉट डिफरेंट बिजनेसेस कैन बी डन, कैटेगरी कौन सी देखनी चाहिए. सो एक फ्रेंड जिसके डैड जूलर है, उन्होंने सजेस्ट किया कि वाई डोंट यू स्टार्ट समथिंग इन डायमंड टेस्टिंग इक्विपमेंट्स. equipment that could test diamonds because बहुत fake और real diamond back in days कोई certification का इतनी popularity नहीं थी. So I got really intrigued and started exploring machines which could identify or differentiate between diamonds and natural diamond.
So
and
did you
fake
always
diamond.
have an interest in jewelry, or your interest developed over time?
So interest in jewelry developed over time when I came across lab-grown diamonds in 2010.
Okay.
We were still building equipments for diamond trade which could distinguish between natural and fake diamonds.
Okay.
And we had also built a tech company and which we sold, and again we were second time entrepreneurs. And so we met certain scientists in 2010 which were growing diamonds in the lab, and it was so interesting. I was really taken aback that this is like engineered diamonds. और डायमंड इंडस्ट्री में भी जब देखा था जो गैप है रिटेल टू मैन्युफैक्चरर्स, तभी ये समझ आ गया था कि डायमंड इन्वेस्टमेंट तो नहीं है. जो कॉन्वर्जेशन हमने अभी किया कि जो बड़े ब्रांड्स हैं आज कॉस्ट जिस डायमंड की 40,000 अ कैरेट है नेचुरल डायमंड की, वो ह्यूज ब्रांड्स के साथ में 1.5 लाख रुपए कैरेट में बिकता है. सो इन्वेस्टमेंट वैल्यू तो थी नहीं, ये एक ब्रांडिंग गेम था. सो बट उसे एक इन्वेस्टमेंट की स्टोरी दे रखी थी. एंड इफ देयर वुड बी अ डायमंड विच वुड be made so cheap and it's a real diamond, so why would not anyone buy it?
Yeah.
There would be diamonds for everyone.
Yeah.
So that motivated, एक purpose मिल गया, and that was the
Yeah. So
way
in
we
your
started.
journey of building, was there like an aha moment, for you, which made you believe that okay, this is going to be the future, and that made you jump onto the bandwagon that I'm going to make it big?
The day we met the scientist.
Okay, that was the
and
turning
that
point.
was aha moment. That wow, diamonds can be made in the lab now. I had read about it, and interestingly, in 1930s, General Electric was the first company to make diamonds in the lab. But it would interest you to know that they stopped it because the cost of mining was much more cheaper than making it in the lab.
Oh, is it?
Exactly. तो इसलिए तो इसके अर्ली जब जिन्हें भी पता चला था,
I think that's also a misconception people have, that mining actually takes a lot of time.
it's
right?
not. It's because they've been sold only on demand. Like I mentioned, मतलब आज ऐसे था कि अगर मुझे मेरा ये प्राइस मिलेगा तो ही मैं बेचूंगा, क्योंकि दूसरे स्टोन तो है ही नहीं. 5 कैरेट के एक नंबर्ड स्टोन्स हैं अवेलेबल. अगर आपको एक मतलब हजारों स्टोन्स चाहिए एक पर्टिकुलर कलर ग्रेड और क्लैरिटी में साइज में अबव 5 कैरेट, आपको नाम नहीं मिलेंगे. आप कितने पे. सो दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ द नेचुरल डायमंड इंडस्ट्री,
Got it.
that they beautifully made a syndicate and gave away diamonds only जितनी demand है. So that is what kept them here.
Yeah. In this conversation, you also mentioned real fake diamonds and real diamonds. ये differences क्या होते हैं? If you can explain a
So
couple of
see,
differences,
fake
how do you
diamonds-
spot that?
Yeah, so fake diamonds would be cubic zirconia, which is nothing but glass.
Zircon.
Zircon, what you call. The scientific name is more of silica or moissanites for that matter, which also got popular because they look like diamonds.
Yeah.
And उसमें ना perceived value बहुत चलती है. अगर किसने पहना है उस पर डिपेंड करके लोग इतना सोचते नहीं, यार इसने पहना तो रियली होगा. But these all fake diamonds, closest match to, and Swarovski. So many people don't understand Swarovski is a brand name. It's like Maggie.
Yeah.
नूडल्स को मैगी बोल रहे हैं लोग. सो Swarovski is a brand name, but ultimately it's quartz crystals or cubic zirconias of high qualities.
Yeah.
But for a jeweler or any gemologist, it's very easy to identify and differentiate. कोई भी आज तक लैब ग्रोन डायमंड अब तक नहीं बना पाया था. बेसिक नॉट व्हाट आई मीन इज नेचुरल डायमंड नहीं बना पाया था, विच इज कार्बन बॉन्ड, प्योर कार्बन. क्योंकि डायमंड, अच्छा डायमंड इतना पॉपुलर क्यों है? व्हाई डू विमेन लव इट? बिकॉज सच में दूसरा कोई स्टोन नहीं है जो इतना ब्यूटीफुल स्पार्कल देता हो.
Yeah.
दैट्स द ट्रूथ.
Yeah.
इन्वेस्टमेंट वाज अ फॉल्स स्टोरी, बट
Correct.
ट्रू स्टोरी तो उसका ब्रिलियंस है. और लैब ग्रोन डायमंड भी इसलिए बिकते हैं क्योंकि वो डायमंड ही है, डायमंड जैसे दिखते हैं.
Got it. So besides zirconia, are there any other differences between fake and real diamonds in your opinion? Or
Yeah,
कोई
they've
difference?
shined differently. आज क्यों आइडेंटिफाई हो जाते हैं? आज कितने सारे हमारे कस्टमर्स ही जो डायमंड कनॉसर्स हैं और जो डायमंड का शौक सब रखते हैं, वो क्यूबिक जिरकोनिया देख के बता देंगे नकली है, क्योंकि वो कांच जैसा दिखता है.
Got it.
So even then, so it's not difficult is what I am saying.
Got it. Right. Now, I know I jumped onto this conversation because it caught my attention to ask you, because you did mention about the differences. But since now let's get back to your journey, right, about how you built Fiona. Would love to understand about your family support? Was there anybody who supported you? How did you really come up? Like starting at 22 is no mean feat, right? Without family support.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did that all come along, like in terms
So
of
my parents always
moving
believed in
forward?
education, and they always said that we are going to give you the choices. The decision is going to be yours. So that was the greatest support from my dad, and the initial investment needed. He was my VC for that matter, and
Yeah.
he believed in both the brothers. So he said, "You've taken the best education, and if you want to be an entrepreneur," he suggested that we should be doing a job somewhere. But I got an advice in early days from someone who himself is an entrepreneur, Mr. Rajesh Batwal. He said, "If you want to start, you have to start now, because safety net में खेलने का मज़ा नहीं आता." आज आप जॉब भी कर रहे हो, फिर यू नॉट लॉयल टू योर जॉब ऑल्सो, यू नॉट गिविंग योर 100% देयर, एंड इन योर एंटरप्रेन्योर जर्नी ऑल्सो यू नो, अरे यार नहीं होगा तो ठीक है ना, जॉब तो है ही. सो सेफ्टी नेट जब आ जाता है ना, तो आप फुल पोटेंशियल से नहीं खेलते हो. So that's when one of the moment was when I got that advice. The same day I had a train ticket to Hyderabad for a job, and after this meeting, I told my dad, no, I don't want to go there. He said, okay, just cancel the ticket and just do what you feel is right.
Okay, and then you just dived into.
Yeah, we started a company and started the
You
journey.
and your brother started the
Yes.
company together. Okay, awesome. So for anyone who is building a business around diamonds or jewelry industry, right? Can you tell us what were the initial 5 steps you took to build this business? What are the first 5 things you did? It was like you think of it like the building blocks of your business.
Right.
And if somebody who, an aspiring entrepreneur who wants to get into this jewelry business, wants to come up and wants to become the next big Tanishq, or the next big brand, or then what advice would you give?
See,
What are the 5 steps?
one 5 steps will come to, but one fundamental thing what you need and what people misconstrue is they try to ask, अरे स्कोप किस में है, क्या चल रहा है. While it is good to understand the market, but more importantly, what's important is to know what you are good at. So आज आप ज्वेलरी की भी बात करोगे तो अलग अलग वर्टिकल्स हैं. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इज वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट. यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट इफ यू आर अ गुड मैन्युफैक्चरर, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड और एंजॉय मैन्युफैक्चरिंग.
Correct.
For us, both the brothers, it was our affinity was always towards tech, was always towards building an omni-channel brand. We were really attracted to how consumer thinks and serving the consumer, more towards retail, branding, marketing, because that excites us.
Yeah.
That keeps us excited always. Like today also, since 20 years, and we are still excited to build it using AI, innovating, always innovating something. Rather than, so it's a mindset, and it's about what you want. It's not about right or wrong. If you love building a manufacturing business where you are okay with sitting at one place always and not going on full throttle, not taking any kind of risk in terms of spending, because retail is not easy. You have to really put it all out to build your brand, not caring about profits or anything, but just one conviction that, okay, this is how my brand should look like and this is what I stand for.
Yeah.
So if you crack that first,
Yeah.
then you will get the road easily to what you are looking at. And the 5 steps would be, first, you first get to the product. Second is you get a validation from the consumers, that okay, you try to get your first 100 customers. Do not go behind funding from the first day, unless it's an established product. And third is get the reviews of those customers and see if you get those references. Fourth is build a profitable business. And once you have these 4 things aligned, then you'll automatically figure out that what your product stands for, ultimately giving you a way to your consumer. You'll have an insight into your consumer, and which will finally build your brand.
Okay, amazing. No, I think that's very insightful. I would also love to understand a follow-up question with what you said. You spoke about funding, like don't take external funding, get your first 100 customers.
Yes.
So while you were building Fiona, how did you get those first 100 customers? What was your mantra or go-to mantra?
So my first principle, since it was jewelry and it was very different product, it was always a controversial product. and no validation from any other player because we were the only ones doing it. So getting the first 100 customers was very difficult क्योंकि सबसे पहले क्वेश्चन ये आता था अच्छा ये इतना अच्छा है तो फिर आप अकेले क्यों बेच रहे हो, why is no one else doing it if it is so amazing.
Yeah.
So to fight that was very difficult, but then with logic and with one-on-one communication we learned what kind of storytelling helps and where we closed a sale. So that built a strong story. We knew what is working, and more than that, we started understanding what is not working. So, though you have to basically talk to a lot of customers, understand the feedback, it's a feedback loop. So, conviction, while it is good, you should also be very careful to understand if it's a misbelief. Because any kind of disbelief or wrong conviction wastes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So वो हुआ है, हमारे साथ भी हुआ है, सबके साथ होता है.
And what are some of the things not to do? As you said, you need to take feedback from consumers and keep, implementing that feedback and working on that feedback. What are the things that you shouldn't do or not do in your business, perhaps?
So for retail अगर हम बात करें, so एक बड़ा learning था कि सिर्फ शोरूम खोलने से सेल नहीं आती है. स्टोर में कस्टमर आने से सेल आती है. And to bring in customers, your brand needs to be known, which means उसकी कोई reach होनी चाहिए, या फिर उसके aesthetics ऐसे होनी चाहिए that the consumer is attracted. So वो 4th P of marketing, which is placement, वो भी बहुत important होता है. So product placement, there are all the 4 Ps have to be covered. So that's the biggest learning.
Awesome. So that brings me to the next question, that when you are looking at reaching out to more consumers, what channel gives the maximum ROI for, say, a jewelry brand or a brand into lab-grown diamonds in terms of marketing? So what are some of the marketing channels you take at Fiona which gives you a maximum ROI?
See, there are so many channels available, but what works for us and what has been working for us is digital. So we've always been focused on Google SEO plus Insta content, because more of our brand traffic, like 46% of the traffic on FionaDiamonds.com has been brand search, which happens through our product content, some of the jewelry images to search results, because being a first mover and focused on the website, we always appear on the top 3 when anyone looks for lab grown diamonds. और lab grown diamonds के searches बहुत बढ़ते जा रहे हैं exponentially India में.
Right.
So Google, Insta and drive by to our stores
That has helped you.
Yeah, and now we get a lot of references too. So if you look at the Google reviews, they all talk about how beautifully we customize the engagement rings of someone.
Right. And how do you, compete with brands like Tanishq? Because they already have their household name. They spend millions of dollars on marketing today. So how do you compete with them when they've already been in the business for so many years now?
So thankfully, Tanishq is not doing lab-grown diamonds. So that is one of the thing which is keeping Tanishq out of our competition. And for a smart consumer who understands or who know that they want to go for a bigger diamond, so in that case, even a CaratLane Tanishq consumer comes and buys from us. For example, if they want to buy gold jewelry, they would still go with Tanishq. But for larger stones, for example, something what they will buy from Tanishq for 1 lakh, they'll end up spending 1 lakh in Fiona, but with a larger stone, maybe a 3 carat, 2.5 carat.
Because it's a lab grown diamond.
Exactly. So the aspiration is for a different product.
Got it.
So it's not a brand differentiator, it's a product differentiator.
Got it. Today, so many startups are actually only running on fundraise through VCs,
Exactly.
through private equities, and they don't look at the product itself and the sales strategy.
Misconception with a lot of startups today is that raising funds will allow you to build a successful business. Yes, it will let you set up a business, but it will not necessarily get you sales, because if you spend on the wrong channels and talking to the wrong customer, building a wrong communication may drain out all that money. And if anything that you do does not translate into sales, you will never be able to build a business. So vis-a-vis, if you just focus on sales, then VCs would come running behind you, because sales growth is what attracts everyone.
So I think that's such a valuable piece of advice for all the startup founders, I think, who are watching this show today, because we believe in the startup ecosystem. It's all about the fundraise game.
Absolutely. They start thinking, oh wow, someone gave me 100 crores, so I have something in me, मुझ में कुछ है और but
Yeah.
that's the start of the journey. In fact,
Yeah.
fundraise, it's very important for fast growth, but only once you figured out what channels are working for you and need to double down on them.
Yeah.
So
Right. And I think in our entire conversation, we've spoken a lot on trust, getting the trust from the customer, because lab grown diamonds, has been a very new concept for consumers to adopt. So, how did you build that trust? You spoke about feedback loops, mechanisms, having that in place. But how do you kind of get that trust from your first 100 customers to say that, hey, I would be a right potential customer to buy a ring from, say, Fiona Diamonds? Did you do anything? Like, were there any steps taken to build that trust with consumers?
again, see, product builds for itself. Ultimately, आपका प्रोडक्ट ऐसा होना चाहिए कि कंज्यूमर का मन कर रहा है. यू आर सॉल्विंग फॉर दैट एस्पिरेशन. You are letting her wear it. So first thing was making that collection. That's what we did. And then the approach was, okay, this is the collection. We would do exhibitions. We would invite set of people, community. So ultimately, it's about community building
Yeah.
and advertising in that community, inviting them,
Yeah.
making them understand what it is, giving them a buyback promise.
Yeah, got
What,
it.
all those things were built at that time, and the consumer could not say no. It was so tempting कि उन्हें कोई 10 लाख की चीज़ लाख रुपए में दे रहा है. और एक अश्योरेंस ये था कि सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट में पता है क्या आता था कि ठीक है आप बाय बैक बोल रहे हो, रिटर्न बोल रहे हो, लेकिन आप तो नई कंपनी हो, आप बंद हो गए तो मैं कहाँ जाऊँगी.
Exactly.
सो उसका आंसर हम बोलते थे कि ठीक है, भगवान ना करे अगर हम बंद हो गए तो आप डायमंड ना लेके ऑलरेडी वो नुकसान आप बचा ही रहे हो. बिकॉज आप अगर डायमंड लोगे 10 लाख का, वो भी कहीं दोगे तो 10% तो काटता ही है. तो मैं वही 10% आपसे मांग रहा हूँ, तो अगर मैं नहीं भी रहूँ तो आपको कोई आधा भी दे देगा तो आपका इतना नुकसान तो नहीं है. और उससे भी बड़ी बात, आप खुद पूछिए आज खुद से अपने आप से कि आपने आज तक कोई चीज़ रिटर्न की है क्या. On this, they used to start thinking कि बात तो सही है, we've never returned anything. So that's the funny part about the jewelry industry, that every consumer will ask इसकी return value क्या है, while करता कोई नहीं है.
Got it. And आप प्रोडक्ट मार्कअप्स कैसे डिसाइड करते हो, प्रोडक्ट प्राइसिंग कैसे करते हो, स्पेशली व्हेन रियल डायमंड्स हैव क्रेजी मार्कअप्स, व्हाट we've heard. So how do you decide the product pricing itself? Is there a strategy to it?
More than strategy, you have to look at competition. It's very competitive out there. So ultimately, pricing हम per carat price या profitability देखने से ज़्यादा we think reverse. For example, एक particular category में range हम consumer को क्या दे सकते हैं. अगर कोई फ्यूना में आए तो उसे अंडर 25,000 भी कुछ ना कुछ मिलना चाहिए, 50,000 भी मिलना चाहिए, और हर रेंज में वैरायटी होनी चाहिए. दिस इज व्हाट वी फोकस ऑन. सो दैट इज हाउ वी आर परसीव देन. और हाँ, कस्टमाइजेशन के लिए तो स्काई इज द लिमिट.
What are the top 3 mistakes you made in your early days of building Fiona Diamonds?
सो द टॉप मिस्टेक वॉज अंडरस्टैंडिंग द कंज्यूमर.
Okay.
जब सबसे पहले लैब ग्रोन आया तो हमने सोचा जो लोग अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते डायमंड, वो लोग ये खरीदेंगे. दैट वाज द बिगेस्ट मिस्टेक. नंबर 1, उस पीरियड टाइम में ना, ये एक तो महंगा भी बहुत था, और व्हेन वी वर ट्राइंग टू सेल इट टू कस्टमर्स हु वर नॉट बाइंग सॉलिटेज, लेट्स से सॉलिटेज ऑफ नेचुरल डायमंड, उनको लगता था कि उन्हें सही प्राइस तो नेचुरल डायमंड के सॉलिटेज की पता नहीं थी, क्योंकि कभी लिया नहीं था. सो जब इसकी प्राइस बताते थे, दे यूज्ड टू कंपेयर इट विद प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ स्मॉलर डायमंड्स. तो उन्हें लगता था इतने में तो डायमंड ही आता है, तो आप क्या बोल रहे हो. सो अच्छा, ये भी लाख रुपए, टोटल खर्चा मेरा लाख रुपया हो रहा है, मेरा बजट ही उतना था, तो मैं नेचुरल डायमंड छोटे छोटे वाले ना लूँ. देन टू मच ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड एक्सप्लेनेशन वाज गोइंग इन टॉकिंग टू दैट कंज्यूमर जो सॉलिटेयर लेता ही नहीं था. देन 1 साल वो मेहनत करने के बाद जब हमने रियलाइज़ किया कि जब हम एक HNI के पास जा रहे हैं और उससे बोल रहे हैं कि ये 2 कैरेट का तो सिर्फ इतने का 1 लाख का है एग्जाम्पल उस टाइम के लिए, फॉर विच शी हैड पेड 20 lakhs, शी वुड ओनली से अच्छा मैंने तो मेरा 20 लाख में लिया था, तो ये तो बहुत बढ़िया
So
है.
the mistake that you made was
trying to sell it to the wrong customer. See,
instead of selling it to HNIs,
yes,
you sold it to a
Yeah.
different audience.
But then after that it became history, and now it has become such a pricing
Yeah.
कि अब सिर्फ HNI कस्टमर नहीं रहा लैब ग्रोन का.
Yeah,
अभी ये सबके रेंज में आने लगा है डिपेंडिंग ऑन द साइजेस.
sure.
So that was one mistake. Then second was we made a lot of inventory with small diamonds, again which would not make sense क्योंकि difference diamond jewelry के साथ नहीं जाता था. और एक पीरियड में थर्ड मिस्टेक ये थी कि हम ब्रांडिंग पे ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे थे rather than consumer or the product.
You mean marketing पे ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे थे?
Branding में, see, branding is different than performance marketing. Performance marketing is more like talking to exactly your kind of TG. Every activity is sales driven.
Yeah.
So you have to have a balance with both.
Was there a moment, Parag, you thought of quitting the business while you were building Fiona Diamonds, and you thought you wanted to do something completely different?
Yes, there has been moment when there was मतलब ये तो इतना अजीब है कि लोग सोचते हैं कि अच्छा है कंपटीशन नहीं है. हम सोचते थे यार कोई तो आए ये बिजनेस में ताकि वैलिडेशन मिले, कोई तो कंपटीशन आए ताकि लोग बोले कि दूसरा भी कोई कुछ कर रहा है. सो देन वी वर क्वेश्चनिंग आवरसेल्व्स दैट इज इट ओके व्हाट वी आर डूइंग बिकॉज वी आर फाइटिंग विद इन द कैटेगरी फॉर द कैटेगरी एंड एवरीवेयर. जैसे किसी शैम्पू बेचने वाले को ये नहीं बताना पड़ता ना कि अरे शैम्पू लेना चाहिए, फिर शैम्पू लो तो मुझसे लेना चाहिए.
Yeah.
सो इट वाज दैट काइंड ऑफ अ मोमेंट.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think that resonates with all founders I've been speaking to, right? That no one day is going to be the same, and every day it's going to there will be a challenge, and that will keep continuing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part of entrepreneurship, I would say. And in your journey of building, was there anybody like you mentioned your brother as a co-founder, but were there any other suppliers, other investors who've played a pivotal role in terms of partnering with you for your growth and success?
So last year when we, other than, within the company, Piyush is one of our most integral part. He's our CMO and with me since 18 years of the journey. And he very closely understands the brand, the culture, the consumers, what needed to be done at that time. And even when we've always bootstrapped, then we found Gaurav along in the journey, who is our sales head. And he also understands the importance of consumer service and the culture of follow up, because diamond एक ऐसी चीज़ है कि आपको इसकी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है unless there is a wedding in the house, right? It's just aspiration.
Correct.
और aspiration जाग के मर भी जाती है जब आपके लाइफ में कुछ इवेंट हो जाता है. So the most important thing in this, especially after COVID, is when someone is interested in it, then you have to be on your toes to tempt her more. You know, oh wow, you like a jewelry, you're interested in buying jewelry, you're out for shopping, you're in the mood to buy jewelry, so let me show you the best and close the deal. So that is very important. And while you cannot be pushy,
Yeah.
otherwise
You can't hard sell.
you
Yeah.
can't hard sell luxury, you know.
Yeah.
It has to be pull.
Right. And your team does that beautifully well for you.
Yes.
That's
So
commendable.
we've got a lot of feedbacks where you can read it on Google reviews that okay, Arzu was very consistent with the follow-up, Sana was very consistent, and your team was great. They helped me choose the best stuff.
How big is your team?
We are 70 of us.
Okay, nice. Amazing.
Is okay.
And what takes maximum of your time in running the day-to-day operations
Growth.
at Fiona?
It's only I'm responsible for growth. Though I call it CEO is Chief Everything Officer.
Yeah.
But growth is something the most important.
Right. And how do you keep your team motivated during tough times, when times are tough, especially during COVID, right?
Yeah.
It was a bad scene for most industries. So during tough times like those, how do you keep going?
It's tough, but the art of letting go sometimes works. So many times consumers, they talk to the team for a particular set for maybe 2 months, and then suddenly something happens, some reference comes up, you know, in jewelry how it is, that someone said, oh, my mama came up, my masi came up, she said buy from this jeweler, so I'm sorry, but I took so many quotations from you, but I'm letting it go. It recently happened with one of our teammates, Arzu, where she was talking to a client, gave her so many estimates of the necklaces, did sketches for her, rendering for her, and ultimately she betrayed her. So she actually cried. She was like, I feel like I've been betrayed because the customer bought from somewhere else. I said, move on, Arzu, it's okay.
Right.
You know, so you have to you can't be saying, oh, how could you do that, or bash them for it. It's a genuine case. The effort was full. But it's okay. Sometimes things.
And I think that's a part of business,
it's
right?
part of business, yeah.
Because customers are going to haggle. Customers are going to go
Because there are
to
so many
other
choices.
brands. Correct. Absolutely. Were there any personal sacrifices you made, again, while you were building the business that you'd like to speak about?
Personal sacrifices, yeah, there is no personal life. So while, so no, I don't really mean it. Life has been very good, but so I think I would like to say it's not really sacrifice. People do think and say that, oh, you don't have any personal life, but I don't feel that way because we enjoy what we are doing, and
Yeah.
the building the entire thing itself is so exciting and keeps us occupied. When people say, why do you work for so many long hours? But it's not actually work. It's the thinking going on in the head about strategizing, or I love to spend time alone. I spend a lot of time by myself,
And what do
with
you do
myself.
with that
So
time?
it's mostly, it goes on putting up the thought on which team needs to be addressed. Where is it that in operations people are stuck, where I can make things more efficient for my people by implementing the right systems, or bring some growth in the company, which would be a growth hack to get to our targets faster.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of, you need to spend a lot of time
Right.
with
And
yourself.
what do you think would be your leadership mantra? Like, how do you drive your teams to achieve greater success?
It's only innovation. You have to keep trying and never give up. Like, never give up. You have to be excited to keep trying new things. Like, and this was one of the good advices I had received, and it was like a validation from Mithun, the founder and CEO, founder for Carrot Lane, ex Carrot Lane now.
Yeah.
So I met him at one of the events and I asked him, Mithun, what is the biggest mantra for success, and what should, just give me one line of advice. So he said, Parag, just keep innovating. So we do
Yeah.
40 new ideas at Carrot Lane every year, and some things work, some don't. Some might work for your peers and not work for you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, this is what we are doing. So he said, keep doing it.
Awesome. And what inspires you, and what inspires you to keep going?
I think competitors,
Okay.
so they keep you in check. They, and when you have the aspiration to be number one since you first started it, that keeps me motivated and inspired to keep going.
Okay. Actually, this question really intrigued me to ask you that have you ever caught a customer getting cheated by, say, another jeweler?
So many times, really, really many times. So
Yeah.
there was, in fact, one very sad situation when in our GK store, when one family came in and they said, I was coincidentally at the store in Delhi in GK1, and this family came in and they had received, so they got some references from other jewelers that you should go to Fiona for this case of yours, where they had been given a lot of jewelry from the guy's side, and they met through some matrimonial site, and it turned out to be all moissanites and lab-grown diamonds, while they had misrepresented it as natural diamond jewelry under the pretext to show that they gave some 2 crores worth of jewelry to them, and which was worth maybe only some 30-40 lakhs. And in turn, these people also gave them jewelry and gold worth over 3-4 crores, which was that much amount. So they were really devastated. The worst was the girl and guy they were already talking, and so it became very challenging for them to pull it back, because it's not right to misinterpret and give it to someone.
Yeah.
If my thing always from the start was, I'm not against natural diamond or anything, but don't sell it under the pretext of investment value.
Yeah.
That's number one. So you have to be transparent and give the consumer with full disclosure whatever you are selling.
Yeah.
Like, don't misrepresent the quality of diamonds if you're selling natural diamond. Even if lab grown diamond, it's a different thing what profit margins a brand is taken.
Yeah.
And if the consumer is agreeing to pay that, is for a reason of the service, the quality guarantee, and the trust of getting it back, exchange, returns, all of that. So our consumers, we are very transparent about it. And that's the reason probably the family came in and then they started asking for advice, whether this is really that and how much it is really worth. So we give
Yeah.
them the pricing and all. And very sweetly and devastatingly, the mother asked me that, do you think we should continue with the rishta? I said, come on, that's not my space to
Yeah.
advise that. Really, this is sad, but all I can
Yeah.
tell you is it's not right if someone is misrepresented,
Yeah.
about what they're giving you.
Understood. Yeah. I'm sure you'll have a lot of more
Yeah, a
such
lot
cases.
more where we had also, there was another case, in fact, that client called me yesterday to thank me again, where the jeweler, somewhere in Karol Bagh in Delhi, sold it to her moissanite, which for 15 lakhs, which was not even 20,000 rupees.
Oh,
and
wow.
she was wearing it since 15 years. So we showed her the way. We told her, please go back to him, and whatever you need to do, you do. And thankfully, she got her 15 lakhs back when she fought with the jeweler.
Yeah.
And
So, how do you think, Parag, these kind of scams can be avoided? Like, what are the top 3 tips you would give, say, a consumer, from a consumer point of
just
view?
go for certification. That's what we spoke in the
Okay,
start of
that's
this
the only
podcast.
thing.
Certification is the thing. So, and
So, none
that's
of these
where
guys had got a certification.
that's the problem exactly. So they go by the size, and these things by human eye are not detectable.
Got it. And if you have to tell me, what is the biggest scam or the dirty secret about the mined diamond industry that nobody talks about today?
So see, one of the biggest way the jewelers take customers for the ride, very few customers understand the value of cut, excellent cut. So for example, any diamond, let's say 1 carat, EVVS, excellent cut, if it is costing 5 lakhs, a good cut. Now the terminology is misleading for a new consumer. People, the way jewelers play along is, oh, it's a good cut. But the naive consumer doesn't know that there is excellent also. So a good cut against excellent cut for the same color and clarity will cost half.
Okay.
There's another thing called fluorescence. Fluorescence is basically a blue tinge which reserves the brilliance of the diamond to a certain extent, and under UV light the diamonds turn blue. So those diamonds are also cheaper. So they might be excellent cut, the best color, clarity, but because of fluorescence they again have the price. So the consumers which do not understand these things, they are taken up for a ride.
And what determines cut? What are the different aspects you should look at
So
when you talk
there is
about
a,
cut?
it's just excellent. So if the diamonds are cut in a certain proportion, so there is a Twalowski cut, in because of which, so basically you're supposed to keep certain proportions of the table, the facet size, the rounding of the diamond. But the reason people used to cut them badly is to retain more weight, because better cut sacrifices certain weight of the diamond. But कट इट इज द कट विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द ब्रिलियंस. तो आप डायमंड का ब्रिलियंस कैसे कम कर सकते हो जस्ट टू रिटेन द वेट. सो अल्टीमेटली नाउ नो वन डज मेक्स अ बैड कट बिकॉज इट लुक्स रियली बैड. आपका चमकेगा ही नहीं. तो आज बड़ा भी है, चमक भी नहीं रहा है, तो और इज्जत जाने के काम है उस हिसाब से.
Got it. And color and quality में, can you explain the different grades that are there?
सो सी द बेस्ट कलर इज़ वाइटर. अभी रीजनल प्लेयर्स और रीजनल कंज्यूमर ना अलग ढंग से देखते हैं. अब दिल्ली का टेस्ट ऐसा हो चुका है ना कि अगर आप बहुत वाइट डायमंड्स अगर उन्हें दोगे कंज्यूमर को तो उन्हें लगता है फेक है. उनकी आंखें सेट हो चुकी है येलोइश और ब्राउनिश लोअर ग्रेड के डायमंड्स की तरफ. वाइल यू गो टू बैंगलोर, हैदराबाद, दे बाय द बेस्ट. दे मे गो फॉर अ स्मॉलर डायमंड बट दे विल गो फॉर द बेस्ट कलर ग्रेड. सो इट्स अ ट्रेड ऑफ. आप या तो बड़ा ले लो कम ग्रेड का, या भले ही छोटा लो लेकिन बेस्ट ग्रेड का. सो इट्स अ माइंडसेट डिफरेंस. दिल्ली में सब वड्डा वड्डा चाहिए.
Got it. And how is it in Mumbai?
मुंबई इज़ वेरी मिड सेगमेंट. एक तो बॉम्बे बहुत सटल है, यू नो हाउ कैजुअल वी आर. सो वहाँ पे GH कलर जो कि इतना वाइट है, येलो नहीं, पर इतना भी वाइट की ज़रूरत नहीं है, विच इज़ बेसिकली अ प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच
Yeah,
विच इज़ बॉम्बे.
Bombay, correct. What do you think is the future of lab grown diamonds today?
सो आई वुड से इट्स लाइक मे बी EV, कि जैसे अब एक्सेप्टेंस आ रहा है, पीपल आर लाइक अब इसकी रेंज बड़ी है क्या, सब लेंगे. फिर इको फ्रेंडली एंगल है, बट वाइल पेट्रोल एंड डीजल कार्स आर स्टिल हैपनिंग. तो उसी तरह से अब हाउ EV इज़ द फ्यूचर ऑफ कार्स,
Yeah.
सिमिलरली लैब ग्रोन इज़ द फ्यूचर फॉर डायमंड्स. आई थिंक जो एक स्टोर वैल्यू तो पूरी ख़त्म हो चुकी है. नाउ न्यू जेन कमिंग अप, जेनजीज टू एवरीवन, they are more brand conscious, they are more on their daily looks, they are not concerned about value. उनके लिए bitcoins to cryptos to you know these things are more of asset classes इतनी change हो रही है,
Yeah.
इतना approach change हो रहा है. So I think
Yeah.
it's all about the style element now.
Yeah. And how do you think Indian consumers are different compared to Western buyers? What
The
what differences do you see there?
Major difference I see is the decision makers. आज आप देखोगे इंडियन फैमिली में पूरी सास बहू सब लोग आ जाते हैं डिसीजन मेकिंग के लिए. मतलब वो ब्राइड की एंगेजमेंट रिंग भी उसकी सास डिसाइड कर रही है. क्यों? दैट फॉर स्पेशली 2 tier वगैरह में. और मोस्टली उसके पीछे रीज़न ये होता है कि नहीं, अगर इसको दिया तो ये महंगी सेलेक्ट कर लेगी। तो ये वाले एक पर्टिकुलर क्लास और सेगमेंट के साथ होता है। बट वॉट वी एक्सपीरियंस इज द न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज, पीपल हु आर dating or partners living in together. So ऐसा नहीं होता कि कोई और decision making कर रहा है, जहाँ पे the girl is herself doing the decision making,
Yeah.
they're together taking a decision.
Yeah.
She's bringing her fiance along with and
Yeah.
asking him, is it looking nice? Of course he's going to say, of course baby, whatever she chooses.
Yeah.
Men, they hate to put in their mind on the choices.
Yeah. And do you think jewelry is bought emotionally or logically?
I always say this, in fact, in so many podcasts I've said that jewelry is a very emotional buying experience. Though emotion is a trigger, purchase goes logical. कि नहीं, always my mother has decided for my jewelry. तो एक ये आता है out of the naivness कि नहीं, मुझे तो समझेगा ही नहीं, और या तो मैं डांट खाऊंगी अपनी मॉम से, हमारे यहाँ नानी करती है, मेरे वो बुआ ही करती है. सो दोज डिसीजन मेकर्स आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. हर फैमिली में वो ज्वेलरी का, या तो फिर जो बहुत ज्वेलरी खरीदता है वो वाली फ्रेंड को लेके आते हैं कि जो तू बोलेगी वो मिलूँ, मुझे तो समझता ही नहीं है. एंड दैट फ्रेंड नेगोशिएट्स, अंडरस्टैंड्स द ब्रेकअप एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट.
Got it. And in the next 10 years, where do you see the diamond industry headed? Like, say in the next 10 years, what do you see some new trends coming up, in your opinion?
See, there is major fragmentation happening. Homegrown brands आ रहे हैं, family jewelers आ रहे हैं, people are going more towards brand, और इतने सारे ऑप्शंस आ रहे हैं कंज्यूमर्स के पास में. स्पेशली टेक्नोलॉजी इतनी इवॉल्व हो रही है, तो फैशन ज्वेलरी भी इतनी बढ़ रही है. सो पीपल आर लुकिंग एट मोर ऑफ, एक तो इंस्टा की वजह से और हर चीज़ की वजह से सबको रोज़ नया चाहिए. पहले क्या था, आप सेम ज्वेलरी रिपीट करते थे फंक्शंस में, अब भाई जो है वो पहन के आ गए. अब तो भाई हमने वहाँ पे पोस्ट कर दिया था, ये तो सबने देखा हुआ है, तो एवरीवन वांट्स न्यू. और वो सस्टेन करने के लिए, लुक सस्टेन करने के लिए आपको लैब ग्रोन लेना ही पड़ेगा. यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू स्टिक टू ओनली नेचुरल. अगर कोई इमोशन है, अब जैसे होता है हमारे साथ में भी कि कुछ सर्टन कस्टमर्स आते हैं, नहीं अभी ये वाला जो फर्स्ट गिफ्ट है ना, ये तो हमें कुछ नेचुरल का देना पड़ेगा, फिर हनीमून के लिए ज्वेलरी और डेली वेयर के लिए हम लैब ग्रोन ले लेंगे. सो दे एंड अप बाइंग बोथ. सो एट फियोना वी डोंट market ourselves as you buy, we have everything, because though we have major 99.9 like 100% collections on lab grown diamond, we don't refuse customization for natural diamond or moissanite, because we are not against anything. As a brand we do not stand against anything.
Yeah.
We just stand for the consumer. Consumer की need है, उसका वो इमोशन है उस टाइम पे कि नहीं, हमारा रिश्ता ऐसी जगह हुआ है, हमको वहाँ पे नेचुरली देना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
So we first tell them कि okay listen, you should have a conversation आपके समझीज के साथ में, उनको आप बोल सकते हो कि lab grown ये है, but if the conversation is going elsewhere, they are like no, it's a mindset.
Yeah.
फ्यूचर में एक बार लड़की हमारे घर आ गई, फिर हम पहले ही दे देंगे. So we respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll
Great.
do it for
Awesome. And I think before we just end the show, any top 2 or 3 tips you'd like to give to our viewers as a consumer before they buy any diamond jewelry or lab grown diamond specifically? What are the tips you would like to give from a consumer point of view?
So from the consumer point of view, I would say you should do your research. You should understand. It's not rocket science. The beauty is that it's very easy to understand what you're paying for. Look for a brand which is giving you all breakups,
Yeah.
is being transparent with you, with their policies. See how long they have been in business. You know, all these, because legacies really work. These legacy players will not do anything wrong with you.
Yeah.
So these are the tips the user can, of course they can explore Fiona.
Yes, absolutely. No, thank you for that amazing conversation. I think I've really enjoyed the conversation, and I think there's so much that you've shared in terms of debunking myths and misconceptions about the diamond industry. So I'm sure the viewers are also going to love this episode.
I would love that.
So,
It was really an
thank
amazing
you.
experience.
Thank you
to
so
be here.
much.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Thanks a lot for being here.